Hello and welcome to Archangel's live stream. This is Archangel. I do have Coddle, aka Ghost Ninja, in the lobby with me also, and one of
Hello.
his friends, who I don't think is gonna stay by the sound of it. But so we're playing a game. So I'm playing a game called Fortnite. New game. So you can download the game for free, but you have to actually buy the pack for it. In order to, you have to buy one of the starter pack things in order to actually use it.
Hello.
So, and they're coming out with a new update they're supposed to be coming out with a new update at midnight, but it may take a little bit longer than that. But yeah, so this is what this is what I'm playing today. As you can see, I'm kind of working, just trying to, not really doing too much, but like I said, Coddle's in the match. Now here's something here's something that I found really cool that I like about this. When you if you get the basic pack and you upgrade to a higher pack, you can actually unlock the ability to transfer your original starter pack over to another person. And if you go higher, if you upgrade even more, you can unlock an extra one for someone else. People don't care. They do whatever the frick they want. That's the problem. It's the problem with society. No one cares about everyone else anymore. But no, so this is me. This is the Fortnite. So if you have friends, let's say you have a few friends that you want to play it with, but none of them have the game.
Too bad.
You can actually get it. You can actually buy it and pass it on to another person, so you can have your friends.
Or just wait till next year.
You think it's going to be free next year?
It is, like July, like the start of next year.
So it won't come. So you won't have to get the packs here.
Nope. But if you want people to play with you when you want to, then you get the packs.
Well, when you first start playing it, you have to pay for it, basically.
Well, if you want to play it ahead of time, you don't fit in the gameplay. You don't like waiting.
So, back to what I was saying, though, people. So I got the game for free thanks to Coddle. Coddle bought the pack, the upgraded one, and was willing and was nice because he wanted his brother to play with him, so he gave
AKA Jake Paul. I'm joking.
Haha.
No one.
He wanted me, his brother, to play with him, to play the games with him, so I did. And I'm actually enjoying it. I quite like the game. I feel like it's kind of a combo between Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Minecraft, Black Ops Zombies kind of thing.
Keep on joining.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe like Final Fantasy or something.
Jordan, make it. Do it. Do it.
That?
There we go. Yep.
See, the only problem is by taking it out of that, if one of the other friends gets on, like your, well, I'm talking about, like, the ones that normally come on. Well, I mean, I'm talking about E.T., the Stone or Pizza Boy. You do know I have both of them as friends on here, right? So I'm sending them invites, and I'm sending one other person an invite. Well, why not? He's got Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
watching my live stream right now, kid?
No.
Well, then someone is. Hello, live stream. Hello,
It's probably
spectator.
only 2 hours.
You go ahead
Yeah.
and keep an eye on. You can watch if you want, or apparently they decided to leave.
It's probably Hunter. It's probably Hunter.
I don't know.
He'll join my live stream, and I'll invite him, and then he'll leave and join my chat bot.
I don't know. I
Probably
sent him
Hunter.
I already sent Hunter an invite, but normally if it's Hunter, he'll message me on the live stream. Like he'll send me a message saying, "Hey, what's up?" or "Hey, how are you?" or "Hey, can I come play?" or something like that. He'll normally message me
Go
to
ahead
see.
and I'll probably up next for like a
You
week.
do know I have more. You do know I have other people who watch my live streams besides you and Hunter.
Yeah, I know. I know. Just like me, I'll have random people watch my live stream. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm gonna do an update check. Check for update. No, they haven't released it yet. But yeah, you can't be Jake Paul because Jake Paul is a
I'm hearing music. Loud music.
That's not music. That's not music.
Well, I'm hearing
that clock
noise.
tower going off with its bell dinging.
Did you just hear a loud explosion?
Yep.
I called in an airstrike. On nothing. Actually, I dropped it on a bus.
It does like nothing to vehicles.
I don't know. I just did it for fun.
Well, I think it does a little tiny bit of damage, but I don't know.
So
Yeah.
my live streamers,
Jake Paul is
I'm going
cool
to
be.
I'm going to talk about something on a side note here. It has nothing to do with the game. I see a lot of people do this where they'll play one game and they'll talk about something different
I don't.
to get basically to get what they want to talk about out there, but also they don't want to just, oh well, all they're doing is doing this or doing that. They want to give some actual entertainment while they do whatever it is they're doing. So I'm going to talk to anyone out there who is a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Now, COD does not like this. Anyone, if you know about what they've added into the game. So Yu-Gi-Oh has decided, because Yu-Gi-Oh's been so. Alright, so I have a friend at work who actually will tell me that Yu-Gi-Oh is a dead game, no longer a card game, because there's no flow to it anymore. Because of the way they did the XCs, pendulums, everything like that, because you can literally just, boom. It used to be, you had to take time to get your cards out. Now you can literally just get almost all your cards out in the first turn. And one turn win a lot of times now. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh has updated that with a new Link Strike. It's a new type of card and a new type of playstyle. One, it used to be if you had, what are they called? I can't think of what they're called now. If you had pendulums, that's what it is, they went on the side and you still got 5 spell or trap card zones. They have realized that that is a little overpowered now. That is too overpowered. So they have removed pendulums partially and moved them. So now 2 of your zones for your spell and trap card zones are pendulum zones now. Which means if you have pendulums, you will now, now pendulums go there, so if you use pendulum monsters, you're going to lose out on 2 of your spell or trap card zones. So that means there is no more spamming, playing down like 3 mirror forces and 2 Wabokus combo, and then and still having your pendulums. They have also added what are called link monsters. Now, what they've changed, for those who don't know about it yet. So link monsters now. So it used to be if you summon an XC, a Synchro, or a Fusion, it went onto your normal field. That is no longer the case. Instead, you have one zone called the Extra Monster Zone. Now there are 2 of these zones, but only one can be used by a person at a time. So if you take one zone, your teammate or your opponent gets the other zone, which also hinders dual playing, which does make playing 2v2s a little bit harder, unless you do it where there's counted as 4 zones, which still works if you do it right. So now you basically have to summon a monster into one of these zones instead. Which, honestly, in my opinion, it's a good choice. Because the simple fact is, the way it works is you've got, how do I put it? Best way to put it. Link monsters now, when you summon a link monster in your extra zone, the extra monster zone, which is the new zone, it'll transfer that new monster. It basically can open up a field for you to basically... Alright, so basically it opens up one monster card zone for use with the other zone. So your extra deck will open up one area. Your extra deck is where your fusions, synchros, and stuff go, but you can only have one. So if you summon number 39 Utopia in your extra monster zone, you only can have Utopia in your monster zone unless he's destroyed. Then you can summon a new one. But the new Link Strike monsters instead change that by now adding it into... Basically, Link monsters have a mark on them, arrows. When you summon them, they point at spaces on your field. So you got your normal field of 5. The first zone doesn't have anything above it. The second zone has a link or an extra monster zone above it. Your third doesn't, and your fourth does. Because I have a feeling you're going to try to box me in.
How do you know what I'm trying to do when I'm trying to do it? Like, honestly. Like...
Because I'm not stupid, kid.
Neither am I.
What do you mean, neither are you?
I'm not stupid either.
I wasn't saying you were.
I know you weren't. I was just letting you know that. I'm gonna hop in here. And like...
So basically the new way it works with that is literal...
I'm just walking off from this way. In here.
Is literal... Alright, so you place down a Link monster in the extra monster zone. Let's say the new monster, Decode Talker. decode talker then points to an area on your opponent's field and 2 areas diagonally on your field. Now those 2 areas that it points to are now extra deck zones. They're powered up where you can now put extra deck monsters there. So basically, the way it would work is, so you summon a monster in the extra zone, a link monster. That link monster points to 2 areas. So now you can summon a card there. Now you could summon 2 XCs there, or you could summon a second link monster that maybe points left and right, like the new monster Honeybot. Now she opens up 2 more fields. Yeah, you lose a field to summon her, but you open up 2 more fields, which means you now have 3 open zones, 2 monsters, and then 1 zone that can't have XCs or synchros or anything like that. Now, in the same concept, let's say you were to put another monster like another link monster I have, known as, hold on,
Hey man.
called Proxy Dragon, which also points left and right, just like Honeybot. You put him in next to Honeybot, he could point to the other field. Now you've got 3 link monsters and 3 open zones for for fusion, synchros, XCs, junk like that. Why'd you leave, kid?
I got for all that. Try and hopefully see if this update will come.
Alright. It's up to you.
Update history.
So,
Stability fixes to improve Fortnite.
basically what this does...
They should have waited. Or they should have had it prepared. No! They have to be stupid and get it and wait till the last minute to get gloves. Okay. Talk to you later.
So alright, talk to you later. So basically, my live streamer, that opens up the field for that. Now, I was hoping that the new Yu-Gi-Oh game, or that the Yu-Gi-Oh game for the PS4 would update. They have not caught up yet, in my opinion. Now, I don't have the game anymore. I do have access to download it, but I don't have the extra space. I'm actually thinking about deleting a game though, so I can re-download it. So one of the games I have that I don't play anymore is known as Dark Souls 3. Now, I have stopped playing Dark Souls 3 for the main purpose that, well, it makes me rage too much, and I can't really play it. Plus, the character I have, I just don't care for anyway. And I don't care for the build of the character. Simple as that. I don't care for the game, and I'm probably just going to delete it and get the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Now, if I get that Yu-Gi-Oh game, I will be if I re-get it like I'm planning on, I will be doing live streams of it every so often in case you guys want to see, and hopefully they'll add the link strike back in. See, I had a really awesome deck on it at one point, and I got rid of it because I had deleted the game, which got rid of it. unfortunately, yeah. But it's in my list of things to re-get. Like I said, I think I'll get rid of Dark Souls 3 because I don't even play it. Then again, I don't play Diablo 3 either, but that's only because I've been playing other games. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that. If I do decide to do that, I'll do some live streams, obviously. But right now, it's more along the line of I've just been kind of having fun, messing around. But no, so to those people out there, one, I think they messed up when they did Honeybot, when they built her, because they royally screwed up something that they don't realize. So basically, how the game works is, if you have a monster in the extra monster zone, and that gets destroyed, any areas it points to are no longer able to summon synchros or XCs or anything like that. But if you already have some on your field, they do not get destroyed, like most people would think. And also they don't, you know, basically how it works. Let's say I summon Decode Talker, which opens up my 2 diagonal fields. So I got the middle zone and the far left zone for XCs. I'm going to summon Honeybot in that middle zone, which now makes my left middle zone and my right middle zone open slots. Now, Honeybot's special ability is any creature she points to cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. So if you take a second Honeybot and you put it in that left zone, that left middle zone, so we'll count the zones. Farthest left is going to be number 1, farthest right is going to be number 5, and so the middle zone will be number 3. So you put Decode Talker in the extra monster zone. Zone 1 and Zone 3 become monster zones for XCs and synchros and stuff, and links and stuff. You put Honeybot in Zone 3, Zone 2 and Zone 4 now become available. You put a second Honeybot in Zone 4, Zone 5 becomes available. But now Zone 2, or the 2 Honeybots, cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect, because that's their effect. Which means you just made an invincible combo right there, which means you can summon 2 creatures next to them, and they can't be destroyed either. Now, Proxy Dragon, you can put Proxy Dragon in Zone 2, which then leaves Zone 1 and Zone 5, and you still have your extra monster zone still. You still have, what's his face up there. Now, those monsters those exact monsters are now, you know, there. Now, Proxy Dragon's special ability, when a card is to be destroyed by battle or card effect, any card he can destroy a card that he's pointing to negate it, so he can protect himself, but he wouldn't be able to be destroyed by her. Which means, literal, those 3 are invulnerable. They can't be destroyed. If I put a monster in the last zone, that card can't be destroyed either. Which makes it even worse if you have 3 Honeybots, because then you can put a Honeybot in Zone 2. So you got 1 in Zone 2, 1 in Zone 3, 1 in Zone 4. Those 3 can't be destroyed, which means Zone 1 and Zone 5. You put 2 cards there. No monsters on your field can be destroyed by battle or by card effect, except for the one in the extra monster zone. Which, if you're not using the the monster in your extra monster zone you don't care about, like me with Decode Talker, he gets killed, you lost him. So what? Now, another thing with link monsters, you cannot put them in defense mode. That is a big thing, in my opinion. You cannot put them in defense mode, because if you put them in defense mode, or they don't have a defense, so you can't really put them in defense mode. Honestly, not sure how I feel on that one, because, I mean, it can be good, it can be bad, it depends on... It just literally depends on your character. But I digress. They're good cards. Now I also want to mention that I'm going to be building a new deck. If there's anyone out there who happens to play Yu-Gi-Oh, that happens to maybe know me, or is like another, maybe they play the game also and they happen to live near me. Now I'm not giving away my address, so if you know who I am, that's up to you. If you don't, that's your problem. But I'm gonna just give this suggestion out there because in case you ever realize it's me and we run into each other during a tournament or something, I'm working on a new deck known as It's a Cyber Angel Agent deck. Now this deck is very overpowered because if you know who Neo Parshath is, the Sky Paladin, I'm putting him in my deck. I'm also using Cyber Angels. My entire field is going to be literal Vrosh, Natasha, Neo Parshath. Neo Parshath's attack continually goes, if I have the Sanctuary and Sky on the field, Neo Parshath's attack gets higher if my life points are higher than my opponent's, and he goes up by the amount that is different. Natasha keeps healing me using Neo Parshath. Neo Parshath keeps getting stronger. Every time he gets stronger, I heal again with a different Natasha. 3 times per turn, I can make my life points overpowered. Then when I'm high enough on life points, I destroy Vrosh for the Agent of Judgment Saturn, and then I tribute him for his effect to deal damage to my opponent equal to the difference in mine and my opponent's life points. If my life points are higher, obviously they're going to get high enough where I'm going to wipe out my opponent. So, yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to end the live stream and I will talk to everyone later. I gotta go to the bathroom, so. Talk to you guys later.